Welcome back to Nerd News. We're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Jesse, you start.
I love the movie. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm pretty sure, just from Instagram and Twitter and everything, people loved it.
It was pretty much the greatest film in the entire history of the world.
It was right up there with Avengers, I gotta say.
It was past Avengers.
Past Avengers?
Past Avengers.
Oh, you're gonna go that far.
It was past everything for me. Not every movie ever made,
but
it's past every Marvel movie ever made.
It was really great. Now, I was really glad how they got around using because they couldn't use Skrull because of Fantastic Four, and Fox has that. But I was really happy with how they got around, and they used Kree instead.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
I know nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well,
didn't read a page.
Well, I only read some when I found the movie was coming out, because of course I'd heard of the team and I'd heard of Star-Lord, but it never was anything that interested me. Like, it was just like,
I had never heard of the team.
They were, they were really boring. From what I read from the beginning, they were just really boring. And when I looked it up, and it's one of Marvel's worst written comics ever, the first title. And then in 2008, apparently they redeemed themselves and added Star-Lord to the team, and Rocket Raccoon became a character. Like, because you guys know before that he was just like appearing in Hulk and Wolverine comics, just.
Yeah. They all kind of made appearances beforehand, like in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. And
then they became real characters.
Yeah, well, the movie did a great job. The Collector, every time I saw him, I wanted him to sing from his soul. He looked like, if he put his hand up, that, like, opera would come out.
Yes, it did. He looked like an opera star. And can I also say that Chris Pratt is my man Candy Monday?
Yeah.
But fat Chris Pratt.
Fat Chris Pratt.
Back when he was chubby. That's my man Candy Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. And I loved the tie-in to Thanos. I really do. It was great.
No, it was my favorite part of the movie. Zoe Saldana.
Why?
She played Gamora.
Yeah, I know that, but, what was your...
She at the party. No, I'm just kidding. Well, obviously she is, but not my favorite part of the movie.
Okay. Nebula, her voice, like the actor that played her, actress that played her, sorry. I had heard her in, Doctor Who and things, and I'm thinking, whoa, this sounds nothing like her.
It does. She put on like an American accent.
I know, and like the raspiness in her voice. It was.
Well, that was just editing her voice.
Yeah,
that's all
but it sounded great. And what's your favorite character from the movie?
Secret Option 6, all of them.
Well, no, it's really hard to pick your favorite because they were all awesome. But I thought it was pretty awesome. Spoiler alert right here, just one little piece, not that big, but the whole movie...
You can just stop listening right here because we're going to talk about spoilers.
Okay, well the whole thing...
Assuming anyone is listening to this.
Yeah. The whole movie, Groot, all he says is, I am Groot. And then, like, in the end, when he's saving everybody, he's like, we are Groot. And it sounds so simple, like, it sounds so stupid that someone can be touched by those words, but I don't know, when he has all this trees, like his tree arms around the Guardian.
The feels, man, the feels.
Yeah, and he's like, we are Groot. And then they crash and he dies. But
not really.
But not really. He goes back because he's a plant.
Since we're in the spoiler section, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my favorite part of the movie.
What was it?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck was in
green,
that.
Amazing. Howard the Duck voice. It was
I
love it.
Because someone in the filmmaking process said, yes, we're putting Howard the Duck in this film.
I mean, why not? I mean, he beats the crap out of the Star-Lord at one point in a comic I was reading the other day anyway.
Really?
Yeah, because he becomes, he's a Cosmo. Just like the rest of the Guardians are. And...
He's from Duck World.
Oh, yes, another spoiler. Star-Lord is not an Earthling. We think he is.
He's half Earthling.
He's half Earthling. And they call him...
half human.
The Earthlings in that movie are Terran, just in case you haven't seen it. But I don't know why you'd be listening to this part.
Maybe they just don't care.
Maybe they're not going to see it for like a year. Or till it comes out on DVD, Blu-ray, and then, they can't wait. Well, while we're on the topic of Guardians of the Galaxy, I like to point out something lately I've been seeing. People think that Loki is Star-Lord's father. There is no way that could have happened.
Considering Loki's way too young?
But they say he's or way too old. Because they say he's 50,000 years old.
Oh, yeah, he's that old? Wow.
And
I just kind of thought he was as old as he was.
When Star-Lord's mom is dying...
Good God, how old is Odin?
I don't...
Dear God.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, people say it could be Loki, and I just think... she kind of describes, like, you know, before Loki was the god of mischief, he was kind of a good guy, sort of. And they were saying, like, before he was bad, you know, he could have, like, gone to Earth and made babies. And one of those could have been Star-Lord. And then some people say his dad is Captain America, because Captain America's serum, some of the stuff in it, can only be found from another planet. And so that's how they were saying Star-Lord was not, you know, Terran. He was a mixture between the two. And also, the actress that plays Star-Lord's mom is in Captain America: The First Avenger.
Is she?
Yep, she makes an appearance, part of the backstage when they're doing the performance, you know? When Captain America's just for show? Yeah.
Well, the only problem with that is, at the end of the movie, Yondu reveals that they were paid to bring him to his actual father in space. And then they didn't.
Yeah, James Gunn, he's already started working on the sequel, like writing, because, you know, it's the writer and the director, and, you know, he said he's already started working on the sequel, because, you know, they had a sequel announced before it even was released in America. They were like, yeah, we made enough money overseas, we're making another one. So, he was writing, and I read an interview with him, and he was saying, you know, I was going to stick to Jason being Peter's father, but in the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, I don't even want to, and no one's given me guidelines that I have to. So I'm just gonna play it my own way. He's like, I can make anybody I want to be his father. It's not gonna be who you expect. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And of course, no one would expect Captain America until all these rumors came out. And no one would expect Loki.
The thing about Guardians of the Galaxy, specifically, is no one's really gonna care because no one really read them beforehand.
Yeah.
People got mad because in the movie they kind of changed the origin story of Peter Quill, which you only read that comic just because you heard the movie was coming out. Stop acting like a pretentious piece of crap. If you are a pretentious piece of crap, then stop it.
Or just be able to admit it.
That's my rant for the day.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Pretentious pieces of crap.
Yeah.
Every single one of you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, a lot of things, like, of course I'd read a bunch
Or am I?
I've read bunches of Hulk comics, but there's so many things, like, if they were to make an origin story of, like, another Hulk origin story movie, which they won't, but if they were to, I wouldn't really...
They've made two already.
Yeah, they've made two, yeah. There's that news about the indestructible Hulk. I think it's all rumors, just by the way, just putting that out there. But if they were to make an origin story about the Hulk again, I wouldn't be able to tell if it was altered, really, because he has so many different origin stories, and at that point, like, just like, I know we're talking Marvel, but Batman, so many different origin stories, so if they made a movie, you can't really say,
what
that's
other
not his
origin stories does Batman have? His parents get shot.
A lot of, well, yeah, that's like the basis of most of them, but there's a lot of different, like in some of them, Joker is the killer of his parents.
like the '89 movie.
Yep, and which was actually not based on a comic. I
know.
don't think anybody noticed that either.
Tim Burton didn't read the comic books. Of course, I don't care. I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie's great. It's so close to being the best Batman, in my opinion. Anyway, we're not talking about
3 movies later, we got Batman and Robin. Yay! Okay, back to Marvel.
Yeah, and just to put... Now, Guardians of the Galaxy was great. What would you give it? 10 out of 10? 11 out of 10?
20 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
20 out of
20
2.
out of 10. 20 out of 2. That's what we got. So, like, how many percent more is that? 200%? No, that's 2,000.
Don't worry about it. We're not a math show.
Yeah, we're not a math. Yeah, we're comic book news. All right. Well,
different kinds of nerds here.
Yeah. That's it for today, I guess. If you don't have anything to add.
Live long, Howard the Duck. That's all I have.
Yep. Gotta love that Howard the Duck.